All right, we're going to go ahead and work through these calculations on 2.4 side A. If at any point while working through these that you need to stop and go back and review or calculate for yourself to verify that you're getting the same things, please feel free to do so. Now we did number 1 together in class, so we're going to go ahead and start on number 2. Now I've kind of went ahead and chopped up my paper a little bit so it's going to be a little bit easier to see what's going on over here. We should be able to get a good look at what's happening as we're working through these. So, number 2, later our ship is discovered at 38 fathoms deep underwater. We're going to convert this into meters. Always start with your given. Here's our number, 38 fathoms. We got a question convert into meters. All right, well, start with our given, 38 fathoms. We're going to go ahead and put that over 1 so we know it's in the numerator. And we're trying to get to meters. Where are we starting? Where are we going? Just like MapQuest. Good old MapQuest. Well, if we look at our conversion factors, we know we're going to need to know something about fathoms. As we look through, we've got, fathom. 1 fathom equals 6 feet. So, we're going to use this equality statement's conversion factor to change out of fathoms into feet. For the fathoms to cancel, the 1 fathom must go on the bottom. 1 fathom is equal to 6 feet. Well, fathoms cancel. It's my favorite part. Into feet. We're not quite to meters yet, so we got to keep going. What do we know about feet? Well, feet, we know something about feet. We know that there's 12 inches in a foot, and we can see if we get to inches, we can get to centimeters, and centimeters has to do with meters. Nice. So, feet, we know 1 foot is 12 inches. The feet cancel. We're into inches. We know from our handy table that 1 inch on bottom is equal to 2.54 centimeters on top. Now we've got a predicament. We're trying to get from centimeters to meters. Ooh, centi. Centi's one of our prefixes. King Henry died by drinking chocolate and milk. Now which one's bigger? A centi or a meter? Wait, where's meter? Is this meter? No, I think that's milli. Meter's over here at the base. So our base, 1 meter, is bigger than centi. So if we had 1 meter, it would be equal to 100 centimeters. If we have any metric conversions, we can actually make any conversion factor we ever need using our mnemonic device. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. That becomes our final step. For every 100 centimeters on bottom, that is equal to 1 meter on top. Centimeters cancel out. Just the units, not the numbers. And if we've done it right, the only unit we have left is meters, and still meters. We're looking for meters. Now it's just a math problem. We're going to solve a 1, 2, 3, 4-step math problem in one go, in one full run, which is why this dimensional analysis is so powerful for us. So when you multiply the top, 38 times 6 times 12 times 2.54 times 1, you get 6,949.44. But that is over 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 100 over 100. When you divide, you get 69.4944 meters. But, sig figs, we started with 2 sig figs, which means we're only going to keep the first 2. 4 is not going to do anything to the 9. Our answer is going to be 69 meters. Remember your units, no naked numbers. Cover your shame. Cool. There's number 2. Let's take a look at number 3. We're just going to keep on keeping on. Number 3. Fortunately, you survived, but you are stranded on a desert island that is located 12.5, I see numbers, degrees north of the equator. Here's our question word. How many? Looking for kilometers. So we're starting in degrees. 12.5 degrees. Going to go ahead and put that over 1. And we want to change that all the way to kilometers. All right, well, let's see what we know. Look on our conversion factors here. Do we know anything about degrees? We're starting in degrees. Degrees. We know that 1 degree is equal to 69.047 miles. Degrees cancel. Our units cancel across from each other. We're in miles, trying to get to kilometers. Well, miles. There it is. 1 mile on bottom is equal to 5,280 feet. Miles cancel. Miles cancel. Now we're into feet. Trying to get the kilometers. Ooh, that's that metric again. I know feet to inches will get me to centimeters. Centimeters very similar to kilometers, so let's go ahead and get to inches. 1 foot equal to 12 inches. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. And now we need to get from centi to kilo. Well, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Wait a minute, we got this on this other paper. Well, let's just bring that back real quick to use our little metric conversion factor here. Okay, sorry, this is work for that last problem, but we're curious about this little guy here. Well, what's bigger, a kilo or a centi? I hope you said kilo. 1 kilometer is going to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops over. 1 kilometer is going to be equal to, looks like 100,000 centimeters. All right, well, centimeters are on top here, so 100,000 centimeters for every 1 kilometer. Double check our units. The only unit we have left, kilometers. We're looking for kilometers. For sake of space, I'm going to put this down here. Multiply the top. When you multiply all the tops, you get 1, 3, 8, 9, 0, 0, 4, 6, 9 in your numerator. Divided by 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 100,000. Here's 100,000. Top divided by the bottom is going to give you 1,389.00469 kilometers. Check your sig figs. Ooh, sorry, that wiggled my camera. Check your sig figs. We started with 3 sig figs. We need to end with 3 sig figs. We got 1, 2. Our first 3 sig figs are here. The 9 is going to round that 8 up. We're going to have 1,390 kilometers. 1,390 kilometers. Cool. Number 4. Number 4 says you are rationed, because we're on a desert island, you are rationed to 32 gills of water every single day. Wait a minute. 32 gills a day. 32 gills every day. Aha. All right. How many decimeters cubed is this? All right. This one's going to be a little tricky. All right. Well, our number we've got is 32 gills. Putting it over 1. Trying to get to decimeters cubed back to our handy little conversion factors. Gills, 4 gills equal to 1 pint. And looks like our gills cancel out. We know that there are 2 pints from our table. We've got 2 pints is 1 quart. Pints cancel. We're into quarts. We know about quarts. 32 quarts in a bushel. I don't know if that's going to help us. 32 quarts in a pack. What else we got? Quarts. We've got a little over 1 quart per liter. We've got 1.0567 quarts for every 1 liter. And, ooh, that's nice. 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cubed. Units all cancel. Only thing left is our decimeter cubed. We're going to multiply all the tops. Looks like it's going to be 32 on top there. 4 times 2 is 8 times 1.0567, blah, 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 blah. That number. Looks like on bottom we're going to have 8.4536. Top number divided by the bottom number is going to give us a final answer of 3.78536, blah, 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 blah. Bunch of numbers. We're not too worried because we have sig figs. 2 sig figs. 1, 2 sig figs. We're going to keep the first 2 sig figs. 8 is going to round us up. 3.8 decimeters cubed. Now, that's not too bad. That's actually 3.8 liters. That means you get almost 4 liters a day, which is not too deserted. Good. This must be a nice island. All right. Let's take a look at number 5. The island has a diameter of 980 fathoms. I found a number. What? Question word. What is this diameter in centimeters? Ooh, and please use scientific notation. Go. We have 980 fathoms. Putting it over 1. No, it's in the numerator. Trying to get it all the way over to centimeters. All right. Well, back to our handy little conversion table here. We need to know something about fathoms. 1 fathom, 6 feet. Fathoms are on top, so we're going to put it on bottom. And we're into feet. We're trying to get to centimeters. I don't see. Oh, there's some centimeters. We got centimeters from inches. Well, we can get from feet to inches. For every 1 foot, 12 inches. For every 1 inch, 2.54 centimeters. Centimeters, centimeters. We reach our final destination. All we need to do now is calculate. Well, the bottom is going to be 1. So it's really not going to change anything. So all we need to do is multiply that top number, which comes out to 179,222.4. Let's do sig figs first. No decimal. We count right to left. We have 1, 2 significant figures. 1, 2 significant figures. 9 is going to round us up to 180000. And now, scientific notation. For scientific notation, we want one number in front of the decimal point, which is going to be between the 1 and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We moved 5 times. 1.8 times 10 to the 5th centimeters. That makes sense. Centimeters, it's a small unit of measure, which means it's going to be a lot of centimeters. Lot of centimeters. Man, this deserted island is freaking awesome. Look at that. On our deserted island, we have a coconut tree. And to reach the top of this palm tree, to get to our coconuts, we have to climb 7.4 meters. How many hands is this? Well, I see some numbers. Question word, how many hands? All right, so 7.4 meters. That's where we're starting. Going all the way over to hands. Back to our conversion table. Meters, meters, meters. Oh, no meters. Well, maybe we know something about hands. Hands? Ooh, hands and inches. Okay, that might help us. We know inches to centimeters. Centimeters to meters. So we need to get from meters into centimeters first. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Meters bigger. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. There's our first conversion factor. Wasn't on our table, but it was in our head. Good. So, 1 meter, 100 centimeters. There's our first step. Meters cancel. We know that there are 2.54 centimeters in every 1 inch. Centimeters on top. So our centimeters go on the bottom here. For every 1 inch, ooh, that's a meter. 1 inch on top. Centimeters cancel. We're in inches. Super close. We know that 4 inches is 1 hand. That's about right. Again, I got a big hand. But about 4 inches. Inches on top here, so 4 inches on bottom for every 1 hand on top. Well, it looks like on top we have 7.4 times 100, which is going to be 740, divided by on bottom 2.54 times 4, which is going to be 10.16. We divide those, we get 72.84 blah blah blahs. 2 sig figs. Only 2 sig figs here. That 8 going to round us up to 73 hands. 73 hands. Cool. And we've got one left. One left. Our island, our deserted island, not only has coconuts, but it also has hot chili peppers. And we want to know how many liters, here's our question, how many liters, so we're trying to get over here to liters, we can collect in 1 week. Now this one's a little bit different. This first part was all informational. How many liters in 1 week? There's the question. What is this guy here? There was no question there. This is just information. They're telling us that we can collect 1.6 pecks of pepper every 1 day. They actually gave us an extra conversion factor in the question. So we're going to use that to change some units as we're going through here. But we're starting in weeks, trying to get to liters. Wait a minute, weeks. That measures time. Liters measures volume. So at some point we're going to have to get from time to volume. Well, we've got days to pecks. There's our crucial step to change our units. Now, I think we're in weeks, but we're going to need days. So how many weeks in a day? Assuming you're working all week, you're going to have in 1 week 7 days. 1 week, 7 days. And we know that every single day we pick 1.6 pack of peppers. Now, do you suppose that would increase your water consumption? That might change our other question up above. Weeks have canceled, days canceled. We're into pecks. What do we know about pecks? Well, we know that 4 pecks is 32 quarts, and then we can get from quarts over into liters. All right, 4 pecks, 1 quart. Pecks cancel. We're into quarts. This number of quarts is equal to 1 liter. Quarts cancel. We're into liters. Multiply the top. We get 358.4. I hope you're verifying these to make sure that you're getting the same numbers that I am. When we take 1 times 7 times 1.6, gives you this guy. Ooh, that sounds a little big. That's not right. Where's my calculator? We should get 7 times 1.6, which gives us 11.2, excuse me. And on bottom we get 4 times 1.05, 1.05, ooh, excuse me, that's times 7 still. There's not 7 there. 11.2 times 7 is going to be 78.4, that sounds better, over 1 times 1 times 1 times 4 times 1.056, so 4 times 1.0567 gives us 4.2268. When we divide those, we should get 78.4 divided by 4.2268, and we get 18.54831078. Sig figs. Ooh. 1 week is exact. Here's our sig figs, 1.6. We're only going to need to keep these first two. It's going to be 19 liters. Sorry, 19 liters for our final. Hope this helped. Good luck as you continue on your dimensional analysis.